Hi, welcome to my new video. Today we're going to take a look at how to draw this eye-catching stairs in perspective. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. I start by drawing the horizon line. Then I draw a vertical line. And this is the vanishing point we will use in the drawing. Now please pay attention, this is important. I'm adding another point here, and this point will guide us to make sure that the steps and walls are lined up right. Starting from this point, I will draw two lines. Make sure these lines are equidistant from the vertical line between them. This way, the right and left sides of the stairs will be identical. As the drawing progresses, you will see how useful these two lines are. Okay, we're ready to draw the first step. Let's start with the riser. I will draw a rectangle between the two diagonal lines. Now I'm going to draw the tread part of this step. To do this, I will first draw a horizontal line. Then I draw two lines from the vanishing point to finish the tread. We have finished the first step. It's really easy, right? I will draw the rest of the steps using the same logic. But there's one thing you need to pay attention to. So, according to the rules of perspective, objects appear smaller the further away they are. Therefore, when you're drawing each step, make the riser and tread parts narrower than the one before. As objects move away from us, it becomes harder to see the details. So don't worry too much about the details of things that are far away. Small mistakes are tolerable. Just make sure your drawing doesn't look strange or irrational. I will draw the tread part of this step wider. We can call this part the landing. Okay, now we're at a key point. As you know, I have used these two guidelines to keep the steps aligned so far. But now I need to change these guidelines. The reason is the landing here. If there were no landing, I could have used these guidelines all the way to the last step. But now I need to draw new guidelines. So let's see how I do this. Draw another riser here. Then use this riser to draw new guidelines. It's that simple. I will draw just one guideline. It's enough for me, but I suggest you draw two. The next steps will be between these new guidelines. Okay, now we're at another key point. I will add a landing here too. However, We won't be able to see this landing because it is above the horizon line. I will do this by drawing this riser further inside than the previous guidelines. Then I will determine the new guidelines. I will draw just one guideline again, but I recommend drawing two. When drawing this staircase, I have used a total of 3 different guidelines. This is because, as I mentioned earlier, I added 2 landings. Okay, I have finished the steps. Now I will draw the starting newels on both sides of the stairs. I will use the vanishing point to do this. It's actually a very simple process. You will see it's not that difficult when you watch it. Enjoy the drawing. I will be back soon. Great, I have finished the newels. Now I will draw the walls between these and the top newels. Apart from the drawing of the steps, this is the most important stage. It's actually pretty straightforward, but it can still be a bit confusing. So please watch carefully. I will use both the vanishing point and the guide point. Did you get that? Let me explain. As you know, I use the guide point to line up the steps. That's why I use the guide point for these parts of the wall. And I use the vanishing point when drawing the landings. That's why I use the vanishing point in these parts of the wall. I think it is much clearer now. Now let's draw the thickness of the wall. Don't worry, it's quite simple. Just remember to use the guide point. Now let's draw the other wall. It would be good if you watch carefully. Okay, I have finished the stairs. Next, I will add details and shading. To save you time, I'm speeding up the video here. Just so you know, I won't show you shading in detail, because shading is a deep subject with its own rules. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, that's it. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Goodbye.